Hey, what's up guys, this is Brad with Spike Fitness, and I want to get another video here and talk about something that I think is kind of interesting that I saw on the internet recently. And this conversation is going to be about big guys and squat depth. So recently there was a post regarding IPL Worlds about big guy squat depth, etc. Kind of piqued my interest, and so I want to talk about that. But at the outset, I want to make sure that I'm absolutely clear. Nothing about my channel is about being inflammatory or trying to call out other lifters, by name or anything like that. But in this case, it's relevant to the conversation to use examples. So I'm going to use two prominent lifters as examples for my point, just for the purposes of the discussion. And so that's kind of what I hope to achieve, is just discussion. I'm not trying to call anybody out being better than the other or whatever. So I just want to make sure that I'm very, very clear about that. And then also the individual whom I'm using their post as the basis of this conversation, I also am not calling this person out in any way, shape, or form, but rather I'm locking on to the topic and the point that was made and just having a discussion about that. So hopefully that's crystal clear. I'm not against or for anybody, and I'm certainly not calling anybody out by name or trying to be inflammatory in any sense, but I just want to have a meaningful conversation about depth. So here we go. All right, so I saw this post online talking about IPL Worlds, and the conversation was about big guys not being able to get down to depth essentially, or getting calls for depth. Now, for the purposes of this discussion, I'm going to be using Ray Williams in his recent performance for IPL Worlds, and also JP Price in his performance at the 2018 US Kern, or the US Open, the Kern US Open. Yeah, something like that. Anyhow, but I want to use these two men as my examples. Both are big men. Both men, I'll show their cards for the competition. So Ray Williams' card for the competition is here, and you can see that he came in at about 417 pounds for the IPL Worlds. Now I'll show the video here for Ray's performance on his depth.
Bar is loaded. Give him another round of applause. Come on, Big Ray. Attack that bar. That's right. That's right. Come on, Big Ray. Let's light it up, Big Ray. Let's light it up.
Alright, so you can see that he performed a squat, and it is a magnificent squat. I think it's 1,053 pounds that he was attempting, and he was red lighted for his depth. Now, no detracting from Ray, you can clearly see that he has a lot of power on that concentric movement. However, the judges ruled that he didn't hit depth, and I have to agree with the judges on this. It does not appear as though Ray Williams hit depth. And in fact, I would say that in a lot of his training videos, it doesn't appear as though he frequently hits depth. And that's a comment that I have seen from other people. Now, you could say, or you could make the argument that he's a big dude. He's 417 pounds, at least at weigh-in. And, a big guy like that would have a hard time reaching depth. The counter to that argument, and the point that I would make in retort to that, is looking at JP Price. Now, JP Price, again, is a very big man. Looking at the Kern US Open, here is his card for his body weight. And as you can see, when JP weighed in, at the time of weigh-in, he was 396 pounds. So give or take 21 pounds less than Ray Williams. at the time of weigh-in. But still, I think 20 pounds, 21 pounds, when we're talking that kind of body weight, is fairly negligible. I don't think it represents a significant portion of either of these men's body weight. And so again, just for the purpose of discussion, I think that the example is sufficient. Now, I would like to show to you JP Price's squat, or his 1,003 pound attempt at the Kern US Open. Now, as you can see, both men didn't get the lift. Ray Williams was able to stand up. JP Price was not able to stand up. But the thing that I want you guys to focus on is the depth. So I'll free frame at their lowest points. Here's Ray Williams, and freeze frame at JP's lowest point here. And I think that it's easy to see that JP Price absolutely sunk his squat, and he is a big man, a mere 21 pounds lighter than Ray Williams, but both of these men, right at 400 pounds body weight, give or take. And so I think that to blanket and just make the statement or make the excuse that a big man can't hit depth, I think is not accurate. It's not right. I think it's categorically incorrect. And I think that it gives a scapegoat for a big guy to not work to hit depth. Now, again, not to detract from Ray Williams in any way, shape, or form, but I think that you can see the difference in those two squats. And so, like I said, for this purpose and this purpose alone, I believe that it is absolutely incorrect to make that excuse to say that a big guy can't get depth and that just is what it is. I think that's wrong. I think big guys can hit depth, and I think that it can be very obvious when they do. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Do you see what I see? Do you disagree? Do you have other case examples that you think might make or break a case one way or the other? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Leave those comments in the comment box below. I would definitely appreciate that. I want to say thanks to a whole new crop of subscribers that jumped into the channel. Guys, thank you very much for jumping to the channel. It means a lot to me when I see that number go up. And so I just want to say thank you. Yeah, that's it, guys. Remember, I think that squat depth is an important issue in terms of competitive powerlifting. If you are a competitive powerlifter and you are not squatting to depth to the point where you are leaving no question in those judges' mind, I absolutely believe that you're failing. But that's my humble opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, that's it, guys. That's the video. Leave any questions, comments, concerns, smart remarks that you might have in that comment box below. I would like to know what you guys think on that. And remember to hit that like, share the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I would appreciate that very much. Remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, like hit squat depth as a big guy, train despite. Either find an excuse or you find a way. Thanks for checking out the video, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.